Baba Booey.
WestJett.
What is up, Bacons and Jamaicans? WestJett, 6'5", radiant Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're gonna be ranking every Vandal skin in Valorant from worst to best. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. This Vandal is worse than human trafficking, and I'm pretty sure the entire human species will agree on this. It's not very PogChamp at all. As Master Oogway once said in Kung Fu Panda, life's a race, be racist. This skin is terrible. This skin's creator is just a walking argument for abortion. Honestly, winter is overrated. You literally need a small loan of $1 million to like enjoy any winter sport. Hockey, you gotta buy the pads, all the hockey sticks, I don't know, your nicotine chewing tobacco.
Put your dick away, Walter. I'm not having sex with you.
This skin just gives me Cypher vibes, and you know what I think about Cypher. They literally just released a movie about the type of people that play Cypher, very bad. You know, pink is a color that girls like, and if you play Valorant, you're not going to be getting a bunch of those. And no, the ara people don't count as women.
Every kill you get, I'll give you an ara.
Do I count? Can I just do it to myself? Every other Valorant industry plant content creator will tell you the same exact shaboing. It's cheap. It's good for its No, it's terrible. I don't have to dick ride Valorant to get my point across. All these cracks on the skin, I got a couple of cracks in my brain. So this skin depicts the 2008 financial housing crisis, and it got a house on it, and the house looks like sh. So this skin was actually named after the CSGO pro, Nitro, but instead of giving him a good skin, they gave him quite possibly the worst skin in the game. A more accurate name for this skin would be like the MoTV Vandal.
Chicken coop still!
In Counter-Strike, this would literally be a gray tier skin, so yeah, this is I can't say nothing about this. And here we got the Chris Mr. Beast Vandal. Guys, it's a joke. It's hyperbole. I don't mean this. So, fun fact, I live in a place called Calgary, and we got this place called the New Horizon Mall, and that shit's just abandoned. Nobody goes there. It's a failed building, and just like nobody uses this skin. Valorant really done went ahead and predicted the Ocean Gate submarine. That's insane. You know, guys, it has the shape of the Forsaken Vandal, but it's not quite a Forsaken Vandal. Guess you could say it's an imposter. Yes, I'm a grown-ass 23-year-old man, guys. What about it? See, now I don't very much like this skin, guys, and not because she's Mexican, but because Reina's a woman.
Hello.
Anything you want.
I can film.
I know a lot of you guys, including myself, don't really remember what it's like going outside, but you know those spiky plants in the ground? That's basically what this skin is visualized. Now, I very much don't like this skin, guys, not because she's a woman, but because she's Mexican. Now, before I get into trouble, guys, I gotta say I love and respect all Mexicans. My favorite one is Little Baby.
Me no hablo English.
This skin is just gold, like your Valorant act rank for the last, 4 acts. And, you can't blame me. You can blame your parents for having that bad L-genetic reaction time. See, now I gotta give credit where credit is due. This skin line is called the Monstrosity Vandal, and, they nailed it. It does look like a bit of a monstrosity. This skin is essentially the Starry Night painting of Vincent van Gogh, except it wasn't hanged somewhere in a museum. It was, hung on, the Chicago train station. Actually, low-key underrated skin. It glows pretty nice, and I think it's pretty not bad at all. This just looks like the old-school .exe Vandal if it was trying too hard. This just looks like the Venturi Vandal if it wasn't trying enough. I cannot place this skin any lower or higher, otherwise that would be Asian hate, and, it's pretty cool, but me personally, I think slapping on some Japanese writing on a shirt makes it look like shit and tacky and overused. This skin is nothing special in my opinion. It's just average, it's mediocre, it's the definition of mediocrity and mid. This skin was popularized by Shroud, and, this is controversial, guys. I love Shroud, I respect him as a player, but, kind of like his stream. This skin is made out of trash. I think his stream's a bit boring.
Why you bully me? Fucking bitch.
An aristocrat implies somewhat of value, so, the aristocrat Vandal costing $12.75 makes absolutely 0 sense. Your local homeless guy, Greg, collecting bottles for a day could afford this, so, logically speaking, this isn't sound. Strong culture from the past, ancient Egypt. You think of the Pharaoh, the Sphinx, ancient hieroglyphics. All that amounted to was Trainwreck's gambling on Might of Ra. GG.
Do not get it twisted.
Essentially, the pour-on version of the Reaver Vandal. This is here. It's called the Lycan's Bane, and, Bane was cool in Batman, but not in this skin. Boys, I'm about to go Jack Harlow up in this hoe. This skin's called the Endeavor. Yeah, I ain't clever. GTA 5 Trevor.
I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive.
Holy Smokertons, breaking news, guys. You must subscribe to the channel immediately with the bell. And, yeah, quit vaping. PSA. Imagine stepping outside your house, 1942, beautiful Sakura trees everywhere, and then bang, Oppenheimer.
Yo, Mr. White, look what I found.
Jesse, that's a World War II uranium-235 nuke.
You know, this skin is essentially hell, and that's probably where we're going if you laughed at that Chris Mr. Beast joke earlier. We're all bad people. Mostly me, but I digress. This skin is for old people, and, you know, nobody likes old people. I don't want you to watch this video with your parents. They'll probably think you're a disappointment, and that's proof they don't get it.
The new No Limits is a light shadow shifting bundle. That's kind of cool. I think it's cool. No? People are saying it's mid.
Dude, you guys ruined his excitement. Tarek was vibing, though the serial goat himself. He was having a vibe, but then everyone just shit on the skin and ruined his day. You guys are messed up. This skin's really only here because I want to keep my social credit score. Yes. Amount of flexing on my booty butt cheeks to prevent me from saying a September 11th joke is impeccable. Yes, the default AK-47 skin from CSGO. And guys, CSGO versus Valorant, big debate, but one thing I can say for certain is CSGO's community is better. I feel embarrassed even being a part of the Valorant community, which I wouldn't even say I am a part of. You know, I'm a Sigma lone wolf alpha male gamer. This Loki's something Walt Disney would use after he, like, cryo-froze himself forever. That's actually real. So, you know, this skin is essentially Japanese culture, and, you know, me, like every man, dog, woman, cat out there, I love myself some anime. I love, you know, Boondocks. I love Death Note. But, you know, making anime your whole personality, wacko wacko. This skin is impossible to buy. It's like $25 US, which is the equivalent of like a Somalian boy's kidney. I mean, every kidney. Not being mean, but I'd rather drink lean than see this on my screen. Ho ho. Dream, she's 14. If you genuinely call this the Blub Blub Vandal, I hope your parents get divorced, and I hope something terrible happens to them after that. Okay, low-key, when Brimstone pops up and goes it's pretty bussin', not gonna lie. They nailed the skin. It's good. It's cool. It glows. Very cool. I hate nature and going outside. Leaving my air-conditioned room is basically worse punishment than, like, I don't know, the Guantanamo. And, yeah, nature, L, trees. Sort of like the Sentinels team. The Sentinels of Light Vandal lost its ranking pretty hard. It, tanked significantly, I'd say. The only Sentinels fan base that's left are borderline autistic children. The Oni Vandal is essentially the Oni Phantom. If the Oni Phantom, instead of eating grilled chicken, ate crispy, shit is fat. The Reaver is obviously still in the top 10, busted skin, and in fact, all the skins in the top 10 are basically the same thing, but, you know, if you use this, you kind of have no personality. You're basically a meat rider. Honestly, it's refreshing to see Valorant promote other creators like KSI and Logan Paul with their Prime Energy, whatever it's called. I personally think the RGX is better of the two. It sounds cleaner, it looks futuristic. It's just better in my opinion. It's a decent skin, I kind of like it. Every Yoru player is one of two things, obese or a threat to women, and that is non-negotiable. I'm talking about Yoru because mostly everybody uses the blue skin anyway. Fourth skin Vandal is impeccable. Like, this skin is low-key bussin'. It's like the Reaver Vandal, but less edgy, and, like, the tracers are bulky, which is good, you know? Electricity has always been the coolest thing ever. Like, you know, Pokemon, you got the Thunder, you got the, you know, Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. The list goes on and on. This skin is beautiful. Of course, I'm a little bit biased. The default version is a little weird, a little Cypher looking, but every other variant, impeccable. Straight beautiful. The pink one makes me come. Mingin at number 2, we got the Mage Punk Vandal. Woohoo! There's a lot of things going on this. It looks like a technical thing. It looks like it was made, you know, post the World War. Anyway, it looks pretty bussin'. I do like steampunky stuff, and it looks very smooth. Like the way that little thingy rattles. Hey, yo, JB, boot up a drum roll. It's the Muff Armadillo, you know, Armaldo, whatever the heck. This is my favorite Pokemon, and this skin is crazy. There's so much going on. You need, like, a divorce court lawyer to figure it all out. And here's pretty much the finished tier list, and if any of my jokes offended you...
Let's go! 'Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, baby.